Y'all can start in downward dog. We're going to be coming off of a sun salutation. My name is Kendall, and I will be leading you through the end of your flow class. Inhale your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step the right foot behind the right wrist. Then ground through your left foot, coming up for short stance warrior one. Palms together overhead and cross your thumb knuckles. Straighten out your front leg and square your hips and shoulders to the front mirror. Inhale for length. Exhale, round the spine and hip the waist for forehead to knee connection. If you need to bend your front knee, go ahead and do that. And really get a deep stretch in your hamstrings and spine. Inhale, lengthen. Oh, you can separate your hands if you need to. Exhale. Go ahead and bring your left hand to 11 o'clock and reach your right hand around that right calf. And slowly come into standing splits. Great straight leg, Dylan. Now, exhale, drop your left foot at the back of your mat for crescent lunge. Leave your heel up and slowly inhale up, palms overhead. Palms to touch, bring your palm to heart center for moth or for twisted crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward to about a 45-degree angle and twist to your right with your left elbow inside or outside of that forward knee. If you're comfortable here and your elbow is on the outside of that knee, feel free to spread your wings. Nice balance, Ryan. Come back to center. Arms up overhead and drop your back knee for modified crescent lunge. If you need to walk that front leg back a little bit to get a 90-degree angle, feel free to do so. As you can see yourself in the side mirror. Push, ground down through that heel and feel a stretch in the front of your left leg and your psoas. Squeeze your glutes, engage your core. Breathe. Now go ahead and drop your left hand inside your right foot and step your right foot to the back of your mat for side plank. You can go into the full expression or leave your left knee down for stability. Your left hand should be under your shoulder and your right hand up overhead. Right arm down to your mat, step your left foot back and go through your vinyasa. Shift forward into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Drop your knees to your mat for melting heart. Walk your hands just forward of your shoulders and let your chest come down to your mat, leaving your heels over your hips. Or your hips over your heels, I'm sorry. This is Frida's favorite pose. And I love that she's able to stretch forward and look at the mirror. Curl your toes and press back into downward dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the left hand behind the left wrist. Ground through the right foot at a 45-degree angle and come up into warrior one. Palms together overhead, cross your thumbs, straighten out your front leg and square your hips and shoulders to the front mirror. Inhale for length. Exhale, round your spine, bend at your waist and get your forehead on your knee. You should feel a nice stretch along the entire back side of your body. And if you need to separate your hands for stability, feel free to do so. Put your right hand at 1 o'clock and wrap your left hand around your left calf for standing split. Slowly start to bring that right leg to the sky, keeping your hips level. Drop your lifted leg to the back of your mat. Come back up into crescent lunge with your arms up overhead and drop your back knee. Oh, I apologize. I mistwisted. Stand back up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. Come forward at a 45-degree angle and twist to your left. Bringing that right elbow inside or outside of that knee. If you straighten your arms out on the other side, feel free to do so and even yourself out. You don't want to be walking around in any circles later. Come back to center, inhale, arms up overhead, and drop your back knee to the mat. Now we're ready for modified crescent. Engage your glutes and your core and squeeze through the front side of your body, feeling a nice stretch along the entire side of your body. I always feel like it's letting out a lot of tension. My hips are very tight here. Bring your right arm down to the inside of your left foot and step your left foot back for side plank. Doing the same thing you did on this other side. Great job. Okay, bring your left leg or left palm down. Curl your toes and go through your vinyasa, or if you're looking to build strength or rest, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And inhale forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, back, downward facing. Look to the top of your mat. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat in between your hands. Inhale, arms up overhead. And arms down by your side. Shift the weight into your left leg and come into Vinyasa Tree. Using both arms, pull the right foot and heel up into the inside of your left thigh. Just make sure you're not on your knee. That's the only place you can't be. And bring your palms to heart center. And if you're comfortable here, go ahead and grow your tree. Great straight standing legs, everyone. Bring your knee back to the front of the room and gently let down. Shift your weight into the right leg this time. And pull up your left foot with both hands. And bring your palms to heart center. Great job. Beautiful trees in the room. It's almost like springtime. Bring your knee back to the front of the room and gently release your leg down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, bend your knees, step or float to the back of your mat. You have the option to go through your vinyasa here, or you can go straight into downward dog, and we'll all meet there. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot behind your right wrist and ground through your left foot and come up to short stance warrior. Square your hips and shoulders to the front of the room and straighten out your front leg. Reaching for opposite elbows behind your back for pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen through your chest, look up. Exhale, keeping a flat back, hinge forward at your hips, and look at yourself in the mirror and stretch. Inhale, come up. Release your left arm to the ceiling, keeping your right arm at your lower back for a revolved triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach for the front mirror with a flat back and reach for your inside or outside of your forward foot. If you feel that your chest is really open today and you want to stretch your right arm to the ceiling, feel free to do so. A lot of flat backs in the room. Good job. Come back to center and without letting your left foot drag on the floor, bring it to the front of the room. Get ready for standing bow pose. Drop your left arm down to the inside of your, and grab the inside of your left heel. Raise your right arm to the sky and have your palm facing the front mirror. Kick through your back foot. It should be an even kick and stretch. You're here, y'all look great. I know everyone's tired. Without letting that foot come down to the ground, bring your left foot to a 90-degree angle in front of you for wind relieving or standing forehead to knee. Stand there and use your hip flexors to increase that range of motion. Doesn't appear that anyone's doing standing forehead to knee today. Nice balance, Ryan. I'm impressed. And step back with your left leg all the way to the back of your mat. Pivot towards the side mirror and toes in, heels out. Get ready for separate leg. Head to the floor. Stretching. Inhale, arms out parallel. Exhale, flat back. Bend forward and reach around the outsides of your heels and ankles. You need to bend your knees here in order to keep a flat back. Do so. And just breathe into the stretch, feeling a nice stretch all along your spine and down your hamstrings, glutes, and calves. Inhale back to standing and walk your hands over to the left of your mat, like in front of your left leg, and drop your chin down. For gate pose, come back up. Everything should be in line as far as your shoulders, hips, and knees. It looks like you'll have great alignment here. Inhale, lengthen out to your right and tilt in front of your right knee. Come back to center. Drop your left arm right under your left shoulder and reach for the ceiling. Getting a nice even stretch along your entire side. Come back to center. Drop down your right knee and pivot back to the front of the class, or to the front of the mirror for cat-cow pose. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Curl the toes under, come into downward dog. Only going to do 2 rounds of cat-cow just to save y'all's energy. Inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Step your left hand or left leg behind your left hand. Ground through your right foot at a 45-degree angle and come up to warrior 1. You should have a little bit of a sliver of light in between your legs to really ground down and get that even. Straighten out your front leg, square your hips and shoulders to the front mirror, and grab opposite elbows. If you grabbed right over left last time, try doing it opposite this time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, flat back, fold. Don't let your shoulders get too close to your ears. You want to keep them down and back here. And keep both legs as straight as possible. Smile. Inhale, back to center. Release your right arm up to the ceiling, leaving your left arm at the back of your lower back. Inhale through length. Exhale, flat back, reach for the front mirror, and twist to your inside or outside of your foot ankle area. If you stretched your arm up towards the ceiling on the last side, even yourself out. Sorry, are you good? Come back to center, and without letting that right leg drag on the floor, bring it up to the front of the class for a 90-degree angle. Raise your left hand to the sky, palm facing the mirror. Drop your right hand down and swing your right arm back. Grab the inside of your right foot and slowly start to kick. There should be an even stretch along the entire front of the spine. Bring your right knee up to a 90-degree angle in front of you for strong wind relieving. Working on the mobility of your hips here. Great job, everyone. Another beautiful balancing series for Ryan. Step your right foot to the back of the class, toes in, heels out, interlace your palms behind your back, and really sew your wrists together. Inhale for length, exhale, bend forward, keeping a flat back. Do not bend your knees on this side. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe into the pose. If you have a little bit more shoulder mobility, punch your knuckles towards the ceiling. Great job. Inhale, back up, release your arms. Walk your arms to the right of your mat this time and drop your right knee down, coming into gate pose. Lift up, arms parallel, and reach to your left. Really stretch, and now drop your left arm in front of your left knee and reach up overhead with your right hand. Coming back through center, place your right hand under your right shoulder and reach up with your left arm towards the ceiling. Getting that nice even stretch from your pectoral muscles all the way down your hips to your toes. Come back to center, drop your left knee down, walk yourself to the front of your mat, and come into box pose for cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Sorry, apologies. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, good cow. Curl the toes under. You have the option to go through your vinyasa or push back into downward dog. Everyone's in downward dog, so drop your knees to the mat, cross your ankles, sit back on your bottoms, and come in. Get ready for boat pose. Walk your toes back towards your hips and place your hands behind your thighs. Engaging your core and slightly leaning back, slowly start to lift your front feet, your only feet, and, engage your core here. If you're feeling really strong, go ahead and point your toes to the ceiling. If you need more balance or strength in your upper body, you can act like you're grabbing a trapeze to keep your chest open and from caving in. Great job. Cross your ankles, lean forward, come into box pose and spread your ankles out, knees together, and drop your bottoms in between your heels for reclining hero. Keeping your knees on the ground. You can slowly start to walk your hands back, or if you're comfortable here, stay here, listen to your body. Don't want any torn ligaments on my watch. Great job, guys. You're creating a tourniquet for your knees, letting all the blood flow get to your muscles. Okay, come back forward onto your hands and knees and stretch out your right foot to the back of the mat, pushing through the ball of your foot and your heel, engaging the front of your leg. Okay, switch out your legs. Great job. Come back onto all fours. Place your right knee behind your right wrist, slide your right heel over in front of your left hip, and slowly start to walk your left foot back. Walk your arms forward if you're comfortable in sleeping pigeon. You'll look pretty loosened up and comfy. You have the option to come into proud pigeon or mermaid here if you want to walk your arms back. You'll look pretty comfortable. Make sure that your hips are not rolling onto one side and that they're staying square. Protect your lower back. If it helps to flex the foot that's under your hip, it'll help protect that as well. Push back up slowly. Come on to your hands, keeping your knee there. Slide the right knee to the center of your mat and pull your left knee in behind it for cow face. Walk your hands to your left, sit down. Breathe into the stretch. Your knees should be stacked in front of you at this point. If you want to get a little bit of a shoulder stretch out of this, reach your right arm to the sky, drop it between your shoulders. Okay. Come back into all fours, even yourselves out. Let's bring the left knee to the left wrist, slide your right leg back, come into sleeping pigeon. Reach your arms forward, get a nice stretch, and really relax into the pose. This should not be something that's hurting you, unless it's like a good, hurts so good. Come back onto your hands, walk your hands back, slide your right leg behind your left knee. This time for cow face, walk your hands to the right and sit down between your ankles. Gently uncross your legs, come down onto your back, walk your heels closer to your hips for bridge pose. You should be able to lightly brush your fingertips along the back of your heels. Tuck your chin a little bit and slowly lift your hips to the ceiling, stretching all the way from your knees to your sternum. Come down. Putting your hands out to the sides like a T. Bring your knees into your chest and cross your right leg over your left for eagle leg spine twist. Gently let your knees drop to the left and let your gaze follow your hand to the right. It's a really relaxing pose. It's one of my favorite poses. Press into your palms, bring your legs back to center, unwind, now left over right. Drop your knees to the right, look to the left. Bringing your legs back to center, slowly start to stretch your legs out one at a time. Coming into Savasana. Toes out, heels in, palms facing up.